Yes, ma'am, I'm recording.
Okay, very good. ठीक है. So we were doing which part? We were doing about the accessory ducts, correct? We
Yes,
were
ma'am.
discussing from each testicular lobule there is some wide tube which is called as retitestis. Sorry, tubular recti is going to exit. Through the tubular recti, it will go to the retitestis. Through retitestis, it will go to another tube which is called as vasa efferentia. Now, this vasa efferentia is little long. It is going to have ciliations. मतलब cilia होगा उसके अंदर. ठीक है? Okay, it is little long, have cilia, and it is going to collect all the sperms and it is going to give it to one opening called as epididymis. Now, epididymis is a large tube, बड़ा सा tube है, which is going to collect, from each compartment it is going to collect the sperm. Okay, now if you see the structure of testis here, can you see the structure? These are the compartments. The compartment is called as testicular lobule. Inside the testicular lobule you have seminiferous tubule which is going to produce sperms. After the sperms are produced, they are, can you see this tube like structure? Retitestis. This retitestis will give it to the vasa efferentia. Can you see the vasa efferentia is going to collect it and it is going to give it to a big tube, long tube. Can you see here? This long tube which I am marking with blue color is called as epididymis. ठीक है? Okay, I should not be marking this. Wait a second. Yeah, this is the long tube. Can you see here? This is epididymis. Everyone, are you able to understand? This is the posterior region of epididymis, middle part of epididymis, and the anterior part of, anterior posterior of epididymis. Epididymis looks like a flat structure on the testis. So if I want to show this diagram, टेस्टिस के ऊपर एक फ्लैट स्ट्रक्चर दिखाई दे रहा है आपको? आर यू एबल टू सी? ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज रिप्लाई. आर यू एबल टू सी दिस फ्लैट स्ट्रक्चर? It is called as epididymis. Okay, so what is presmus? This is the structure. Okay, till here clear? Any doubt, students, till epididymis? Are you able to make the image in your brain about all the ducts system? All the students. Ishika, Aditya, Manju, Tanvi, Tisha. Okay. Manju, Tanvi, Tisha, did you understand? Okay. ठीक है. Now, let us go and study the function of epididymis. Epididymis, long tube, it is highly coiled. It is going to have, what you can say, as I told you, it looks like a flat structure on the testis. मेन फंक्शन इज मेकिंग द स्पर्म्स मैच्योर. तो क्या करते हैं? स्पर्म्स की मोटिलिटी को इंक्रीज करते हैं, फर्टिलाइजिंग कैपेसिटी को इंक्रीज करते हैं. तो इन शॉर्ट they are involved in a process called as capacitation. Capacitation means what? Increasing, making the sperms mature for fertilization and motility. So this is done in the epididymis. Now, in the end of epididymis, in the tail of the epididymis, the sperms will stay for some time, for some hours, for some days. It will stay there. This is the time where it is going to get the maximum nourishment and maturation. Okay. Is it clear? The concepts are getting cleared, students? So you can see here, epididymis is going to have three structure, or you can say the three regions. What are the three regions? Caput epididymis, which is the starting part. So this is the testis. उसके ऊपर जो पहला वाला है, the first is the anterior region, उसको बोलते हैं, उसको क्या बोलते हैं? Caput epididymis. The second is corpus epididymis, the middle part. Can you see here? The beach ka part of epididymis is called as corpus. The third is caudal epididymis, which is the posterior region, this region, the tail region, where the sperms are going to be stored. So the sperms are stored over here for some time. After this, you have the vas deferens. जिसके बारे में हम बाद में पढ़ेंगे, not now. Vas deferens. So what are the functions of epididymis? The functions of epididymis is storage and nourishment, physiological maturation, and increasing the motility of the sperms. Till here clear, everyone? Any doubts? Okay. Okay, Shika. Okay, Isha. Okay, Tanu. Clear? Very good. Now let's go to the next term, that is vas deferens. So what is vas deferens? It is again, vas deferens is a long tube which is going to ascend the abdomen, and it is going to loop over the urinary bladder. So if this is the testis, this is the epididymis, here the vas deferens is getting ascend मतलब ऊपर चढ़ रहा है, and where there is, if this is the urinary bladder, sorry, wait a second, if this is the urinary bladder, it is going to loop over it like this, पीछे से आके फ्यूज हो जाएगा यूरेथ्रा के साथ. Okay, so go back to the image of male reproductive system. Can you see here? This is the urinary bladder. Can you see? So where is the vas deferens is going to ascend. Ascend मतलब ऊपर चढ़ रहा है, urinary bladder को ऊपर से ऐसे overlap करते हुए it is going to fuse with the urethra. It is going to fuse with the urethra. Okay, so where it is going to ascend, now see, यहाँ पे vas deferens जहाँ पे ascend हो रहा है, वहां पे you can imagine or you can correlate the concept what we have studied in the testis. We studied spermatic cords. Spermatic cords is going to suspend the sperm from the abdomen, outside the abdomen, and this canal is called as inguinal canal. Okay? So it is a passage which is going to have spermatic cords making the testis suspend in the scrotum, and also it is going to contain the vas deferens, which is going to ascend up, taking the sperms. Clear, students? Okay, Aditya. Okay, Tisha. Good. Now, if you see the vas deferens, as I told you, it is going to overlap the urinary bladder and it is going to fuse with the ureter. Sorry, it is going to fuse with the urethra. That is called as ejaculatory duct. इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? Ejaculatory duct, where the vas deferens is going to fuse with the urethra. That, so it is, if I want to show, this is the urethra, okay, and the vas deferens from both the sides is going to fuse with the urethra. So this common duct is called as the ejaculatory duct. This ejaculatory duct has secretion from two glands which are on either side. One is big, another is small. Seminal vesicle and prostate gland. Can you see here, students? I'll show you the diagram. Okay, it is very dark in color. Sorry. But let me just highlight it. This is the common duct. Can you see here? The urethra is getting fused with the vas deferens. Can you see? Now, you do have the prostate gland over here and seminal vesicle, which is a cloud-like structure over here. So seminal vesicle and prostate gland are the two glands which are going to add their secretions in the urethra for the nourishment of the sperm and protection of the sperm. Clear, students? Any doubt? Now, as urethra is the common passage for urine and as well as for the semen, it is called as urogenital duct, and the opening is called as urogenital opening, because it is an opening for urine also, it is an opening for semen also. Okay? Okay, so now let us study the functions of the accessory glands, the prostate, seminal and bulbourethra. Till here, did everyone understand? Any doubt, students? Any doubts? Okay. Okay. Let's start with prostate gland. Prostate gland, if you see the secretion, it is milky, slightly alkaline. It is going to contain lipids, enzymes, citric acid. Okay. And during ejaculation means what? When the male is getting excited and when he is going to release the sperm के साथ साथ prostate gland से secretion भी बाहर आता है. So during ejaculation, it is released along with the sperm. So as it is alkaline, it will maintain the sperm in alkaline condition. And as it is going to have lipids and enzymes and citric acid, it is going to nourish the sperms. So this is the fluid which is going to help the sperm protect itself in the acidic medium of the vagina. So during insemination, when the semen is released inside the vagina, during copulation, during sexual activity, okay, to protect the sperms from the acidic medium of vagina, this prostate gland secretion is important. So it also makes the sperm active. And if you see from the semen is the complete product which is going to have sperm plus all the secretions of the prostate, seminal and bulbourethral. Okay? So if you see, the prostatic fluid is going to account 20 to 30% of the semen. मतलब semen के 100% में से 20 to 30% is prostate gland secretion itself. Clear, students? Any doubt? Okay. Next is seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle means it is going to secrete the mucus. Okay. So like prostate gland अपना secretion देता है, seminal vesicle अपने secretions दे रहे हैं. So it is going to have mucus, it is going to have alkaline fluid, and plus it is going to have fructose and prostaglandins, calcium, clotting proteins. Okay. So see the components of the seminal vesicle secretion. Seminal vesicle secretion have mucus. The solution is alkaline. It is going to have fructose, calcium, and prostaglandins. What is the function of prostaglandins? It is used for uterine contraction and relaxation. इसका मतलब क्या है कि when the prostaglandins are released, it will make the penis. So penis is a muscular organ. So it will make the penis erect by contraction and relaxation of the muscles. So we will study muscles are present in the sides and as well as muscles is present in the front of the penis. These muscles will get erect and it will go for peristaltic movement. You remember in 11th standard we studied peristaltic movement in digestion. Peristaltic movement means what? Wave like movement like this. ठीक है? Wave like movement which will make the food to pass inside. Remember what is peristaltic movement? Wave like movement like this. Wave like movement which will help the food to pass in through the esophagus. In the same way, prostaglandins, when released inside or when it enters the penis, it is going to ensure peristaltic movement. This peristaltic movement helps the sperm to come outside. Helps the sperm to come outside. Getting the point, students? Calcium nourishment like enzymes. Okay. Fructose. Now fructose is an energy molecule. It is a sugar. तो जब इसको तोड़ेंगे तो आपको ATP मिलेगा. So sperms need more energy because it has to show motility, high motility. So motility के लिए energy कौन दे रहा है? Mitochondria. Mitochondria को substance कहाँ से मिल रहा है? Fructose. The irony part is fructose is present only in the semen. Now still research is going on कि कैसे सिर्फ semen में ही है या कैसे सिर्फ seminal vesicle में ही है. Because what we eat, like we eat fruits वाले fructose glucose में convert हो जाता है. Even if we eat fructose also, the fructose is converted into glucose, then only it is allowed to enter the glycolysis. So whenever during a forensic test is done during a rape case, they search for fructose, they search for semen sample having the sperm so that they can detect whether the female was raped or not. So if the vaginal if the fluid from the vagina is going to have fructose, so that means it shows definitely the female has underwent a rape or sexual intercourse. Okay, because fructose is produced only in seminal vesicle, it is found only in semen. It is not found in any other body parts. Coming to the next, that is bulbourethral or corpus glands. Simple, it is going to secrete mucus and it is an alkaline fluid. Why it has to be secreted? सबसे पहले यही secrete होता है inside the penis. Now, why it is secreted? First, for lubrication. As penis, can you see this image of now penis? It is a common passage for urine also, for semen also. Urine is little acidic due to uric acid. तो ये passage को clean करना पड़ेगा to clear out all the uric acids. So bulbourethral, can you see bulbourethral? It is there as two circles. You can see this diagram inside textbook. It is two ball-like structure which is there on the mouth of the penis. It is going to release the fluid before the semen comes so that it can clear the passage. It can make it alkaline. And then after some time, the semen, that is the sperm plus all the secretion, would be released out from the penis. So for lubrication and for neutralizing all the uric acids. Clear, students, still here? Any doubt? Students, any doubt? Okay. So semen, if you see, what is the composition of semen? It is the secretion of all the accessory sex glands in male plus the sperm. It is called as seminal fluid or semen. It is going to provide nourishment to the sperms. It helps in the sperm's motility, keeps them viable and motile. Semen also consists zinc, which we don't know. Like scientists are still researching कि ये zinc आया कहाँ से? Who is producing this thing and what is the function of this zinc? Why semen should have zinc? ऐसा देखा गया है कि जब सीमेन में जिंक नहीं रहते हैं तो स्पर्म की मोटिलिटी कम हो जाती है. सो द रिसर्च इज स्टिल गोइंग ऑन व्हाट इज द फंक्शन ऑफ जिंक. The last is external genitalia. So externally, like scrotum, what you can see, penis. So penis is the external genitalia, which is going to be used as a copulatory organ. What is copulatory organ? Copulation means sexual activity, intercourse. So the organ which is used during sexual activity is called as copulatory organ. So this copulatory organ is going to release the semen by making the muscle tissue erect and going for peristaltic movement. ये peristaltic movement के वजह से contraction relaxation, ये rhythmic contraction relaxation की वजह से the semen will come outside the penis. And there are muscles which are present inside the penis which gets erect. Okay. Now this has to be stimulated. ये response के लिए क्या चाहिए? Stimulation. The stimulation is done on the sensitive region. The most sensitive region of the penis is glans penis. So can you see it in the diagram? I'll show it over here. Can you see? I'm focusing glans penis. It is there on the mouth part of the penis. It is covered by a foreskin. Foreskin matlab extra skin which hangs, so you can know that this is the sensitive region. हम नहीं बोलते हैं this is a very sensitive region of man. Why it is so sensitive? Because it has lot of dendrites, lot of nerve cells. So during sexual intercourse, the main reason why the male gets excited is due to the activation of the glans penis. Due to the glans penis activation, it gets erect, muscles get erect. Can you see? The muscles get erect and it releases the semen by peristaltic movement outside. Till here clear, students? Any doubt? Any doubt? In penis, there are two types of muscles. You can note it down. One on the sides called as corpora cavernosa, and another on the front, corpus spongiosa. These muscles, they get erect and they release the semen by peristaltic movement. Any doubt, students? Clear till here? So today we have done the male reproductive system completely. In the next class, we will start with female reproductive system. Okay? Any doubts? And as I told you, for the test, you will be having second chapter, that is which one? Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So prepare it well. Yes, I'll send you the PDF of second chapter. Yeah. Okay. Okay, students. Then have a nice day. Thank you. And Aditya, without any don't forget to circulate the PDF. Okay. Sorry, recordings. Yeah. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.